there it is. You guys should be seeing it on screen now. I'm gonna pause the game. There you go, so you don't have to hear that music in the background. And we should be good to go. Okay, so that was the trailer in its entirety. It's legitimately only 30 seconds long. But we can break this down. We can break this down. We can stare at it. So let's just go through it again. Alright, so from the back here, I can see Julian, Chrissy, Francine, I think that's Wolfgang. I want to say maybe Deli, Isabel, obviously, you got Rosie, you got Margie, you got Colton. Is that who? Wait, is that not Deli? Is that Flip? I always get them wrong. I think we see Goose, Peanut. I think that's Gladys up there. Fuchsia. So we can see a couple. We can see a couple here. And I always forget this kangaroo's name. I don't think he's new. I think I'm just blind. Oh, we have Lolly over there. Is it Flip? Oh, we have Stitches. You're right. You're right. And I can see what you mean about these guys kind of scaring you because they are a little bit vacant. Stop flipping, that's only because I looked everywhere to discover who he was. Okay, okay. We got, Bill, I think? Marshall, of course, which he looks a slightly different shade than he normally is. It's a kangaroo called Carrie. I don't really know kangaroos. I think that looks like Teddy to me back there, but I could be wrong. That is definitely Wolfgang. Lolly, Stitches, Peanut, Bill, Marshall, Gladys, Hamlet, Goose, Fuchsia, and you guys are saying Carrie. None of them have sleeves though, like they do in the game. I wonder if maybe they start off with the default, and then they can change. Maybe according to like the season or something? I don't know. I want to note that one of them is still carrying the flag. I don't think we've seen one or the other of them without carrying the flag at any point during this. Also, look at how just proud he is. Also, Pink Unicornio, thank you so much for the follow. The alert's it's behind the video, I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much for that. Look at that face. Look at it, you guys. Also, this font is not something they've used in Animal Crossing before. This is the standard Animal Crossing font that I use everywhere, everyone else uses everywhere. Also, just again, and I said this when we saw the last pictures of the game, look at how textured he is. He's textured. The pride. The coconuts look different? They do. They look very different. You said proud, I said evil mastermind. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but this kind of made me pretty interested. Also, Emma Weir? Thank you so much for the follow. Again, the alert is behind the video. I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much for that follow. There's a coconut already on the ground, but there's coconuts up here, which is kind of cool. Lewis is saying that there's sticks everywhere, which is also neat. The thing that gets me is if we back up just a second here. Do you see how the camera is doing like a pan in and it's not staying in like, it's not just going forward or back or side to side. It's like doing a curve to it. I don't know, something I've always wanted and I was hoping for New Horizons was a turnable camera. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it kind of got my hopes up. Just from the gameplay we've seen so far, I don't think it's gonna happen. So excited, hope we'll be able to place our homes anywhere from the start. People are scaring me, saying like, will be blocked by rivers. I hope not. I really hope not, but... There we go. Sorry about that. I needed a drink. I guess some materials will start on the ground to forage each day. Maybe. Have we seen perfect fruit yet? I don't think we have. I don't think we have. Hey, Rosie, how's it going? Even if the camera's like in fancy life where you can move it a bit, yes, I'd be happy with that even. Really hope the camera angle is real and they're not just giving us hopes. Okay, so that was definitely Teddy. We've confirmed we've seen all these villagers, but look at how good they look. I just want to note, and maybe this is because we're zoomed out from them, but they don't look as textured as Tom Nook does. Tom Nook looks very textured, and these guys kind of look like they're very smooth. They look like they're amiibos, to be honest with you. They look like they're amiibos. Okay. We see a villager wearing some cute shorts, has a little flower in her hair. She's chopping at this tree and getting some of the wood, which so far it looks like that doesn't actually destroy the tree, which is cool. Colton looks cross-eyed. He did a little bit, didn't he? They're the Pocket Camp ACNL models, you think? Yeah. Isabel texture looks like an amiibo for sure. Maybe you can rotate the camera in certain places of the island, like Pokemon Sword and Shield. Ooh, that would be interesting. I cried so much when you watched it. Love the red plaid up. I thought you would, Red. I thought you would. Wonder if that's a bird. Ooh, I hit my desk. I'm sorry. You're thinking this. I think this is a butterfly, but I think this mailbox also, I just noticed that when I first thought bird, I thought this looked like a birdhouse, but it's just a weird mailbox. I think they might render specifically for the trailer and not in-game models. Yeah. I'm guessing the axe is going to be like the first few hits give resources before it cuts down the tree. Well, I wonder if there's a certain asks you need to cut down trees, you know? Maybe? I don't know. I don't think the villagers in the audience are the updated designs. They state that at the beginning it's not in-game footage. Yes. Yes. Okay. First, mood. Mood whenever they announce an Animal Crossing trailer. This is us, you guys. This is us. And Paula, no worries. It's all good. It's all good. Look how textured that rock is. The weed looks so good. Seth, hello. This is the newer trailer for New Horizons that we're watching. Fuchsia's texture here is very different from what we've seen in the in-game footage. Yeah, I don't think this is them technically. Be cool if you were able to zoom in and out. Yes, I'd be cool with that. Just all the shook. Some of them look angry. She kind of looks a little bit upset, but I think that's just her. Also, Peanut is just like creeping on in from the side here, and I appreciate that. The thing about the cedar tree in New Horizons is it looks pretty tall. Yeah, it does look very stretched out. It does look very stretched out. Where can I find this? Just look up Animal Crossing New Horizons. Actually, I'll just send it to you in chat. This is the title of the trailer we're watching right now. It's on the official Nintendo YouTube channel. I like how everyone looks shook, but Wolfgang just he does look like he's laughing, you're right. Bill is me, everyone else is wearing a patterned shirt, and then there's Bill wearing a plain color shirt with no effort to it. Oh, is it Iris? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. I'm sorry the alert is behind the video. It's like the older villager malls are watching how they're gonna look and how they can live. I just noticed, by the way, Marshall himself does not look textured, but his shirt looks very textured compared to the others even, actually. Who was that? Rulus? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Tag yourself, I'm Carrie. This also looks like Goldie's paw is going down on top of, I think you guys said this was Carrie's ears. This. This is what I'm excited for. I love paths. It's an interesting decision to use the old models for this, though. It makes me a little bit concerned that maybe things aren't as far ahead as they might want us to believe. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. So we have a lot to look at here. There's the cherry blossoms, so springtime. You can see a little petal falling over here. I didn't notice this. I want to state that right away. I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw someone mention this. The paths here are different from the first trailer that we saw. When they first announced paths, the path went right up to the doorstep, whereas here there's like this little gap here, and it's very different. Perhaps Nook looks more textured because the light comes, maybe from behind him. The hammock looks so real. The hammock is very textured. The wood bench, the swing, everything looks really good. The flowers are back over here again. You got the little door thingy. I forget what these are called. Every time you see the tulips, you get so happy. They're so pretty. A cute woven bag with the coffee can. And it's just adorable. It even has dishes and a plate. It's very, very detailed. And my first thought when I see cutlery in an Animal Crossing game is the Thanksgiving event. You don't like the gap, let me fill things in. Yeah, I don't like the gap either. I think there's still an option to put the path right up to the house, but I'm not sure. Yeah, they're making it look like this is the same area from the previous trailer, but I get the impression because this is a different villager, it might not be. So maybe that's why this isn't filled in. I hope this isn't all the paths we get. It's going to take away so much customization, yes. I would be fine with this personally, but I know a lot of people are going to want their more intricate design paths. I love the effect of things being more blurry the further away they are. Yes, that does actually look quite nice. It reminds me of Legend of Zelda. Oh, which one came out recently on the Switch? I'm blanking so hard. Not Breath of the Wild, the newer one. Oh, Link's Awakening, thank you. That had that same kind of effect where things were blurry when they were farther away from you. I know that bothered some people. Is that shrubs right beside the house? It is, and it doesn't look like there's space in there either, so I like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Stick-you, maybe? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Thank you so much for the follow. Did you see they released the HD pictures of those 5 tiny screenshots? Yes. Yes, I did see. I'm gonna show those after. Like, Nintendo will be paying a lot of attention to what people are saying about the trailers to get an idea of what we want. I hope so. I hope so. Also, Casanova, thank you so much for the host. Personally, can't see New Horizons coming out in less than 3 months. I'm not saying anything. I'm not jinxing it. I'm not saying anything at all. Have so little info on what's new, there might not be as much as we expect. I'm expecting quite a lot, but at the same time, and I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but the Switch is so much more online than the 3DS ever was, that they could push updates, like they did Welcome Amiibo, really easily. So I'm not too concerned. I feel like they can add in, maybe, and I think that'd be very cool. Derek, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on. Welcome on in. Hedge right next to the house. Normally they wouldn't live like that, yet. We also have this, which legitimately seems to have fire under it. Random, please don't get too excited. And otherwise, these look really pretty. The cherry blossom trees look gorgeous. I don't think this is the case, but I really wanted to have different kinds of trees in this game, so like you can plant cherry blossom trees and have them be there almost year-round, essentially, but did they confirm that Bob is going to be in the new game? No, they didn't. No, they didn't yet. I don't think he's not going to be. Wait, yes. I think he's going to be. I don't think they'd leave him out, but I was thinking about updating for bugs and such, yes. Updates and mini events like that, like what they're doing with the Pokemon raids, yes, I'd be very much down for that. True, Andrew, very true. I love that the cherry blossoms are actually blossoms and not just the leaf texture turned pink. Yes, they're actually, you know, something by themselves now, which is really cool. I think the pathing looks different. This looks different than how I remember it looking, but I need to rewatch the older trailer. Oh, Isabel. And then we see this, which is, I think, identical to that very first trailer we saw, except we got the release date here, and we have the box art here, which is the main thing. I'm interested in how they chose the villagers to be on the box art. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested in that they chose Rod, who I'm really fond of, but I didn't think a lot of other people were, and Fuchsia, who I'm pretty sure is very popular, which is kind of cool. And then we got these two new guys over here. It's nice that you'll be able to place items so close to each other outside. It is. It's gonna be so nice. Pink Unicornio, I stream at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. every single day, actually. Still screaming about the backpack. Let me see here. Thing I'm gonna say is I don't like how little info we are getting for recent games. It makes it harder for people to decide if they want the game or not. With the little info they're giving. I mean, it's fine at first, but there needs to be a good middle ground for giving some info and not a lot. Yes. Yes. Lily was in one of the new screenshots. Yep. Yep, she's a cutie. But I like this. It feels very Animal Crossing. It matches up with the other box art we have, essentially, which is really nice. Isabel's adorable, I can't. I think they definitely included Isabel to show off, that she is actually here, and we don't have to worry, because a lot of people were worried about that. Well, image for the box art shows some multi-level goodness. Yes, I need to show that on stream in just a minute here, because it is also very good. I'm so proud of myself for being one of the faces. Yes, Fuchsia was shown in, was it the first trailer even? I'm pretty sure she was shown very early on. For the trailer, they showed all the popular villagers. They definitely showed a lot of them, yes. Yes, Lewis, yes, I will. Oh no, 100%. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have an Animal Crossing themed direct. Just, I don't know when. So I know it's gonna be hard for you guys to see. I'll get the bigger image in a second here, but we have this new looking villager or character. It's hard to say. I kind of like the idea that this is an NPC related to Chip, but you know, at the same time, I don't know. Like, I kind of want beaver villagers. So, and then this guy back here, he's fancy looking. He's fancy looking. Let me go ahead and pull up the original. I also really dislike the idea that that's a redesign for Chip, and I also find it weird that they'd include him on the box art. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hi Max, how's it going? I thought the beaver was a young Chip. Well, actually, that'd be really weird if we were going back in time, but I don't think we are. Having like a Sims 3 situation. Max. Look at Rod, just having the time of his life. I'm so happy Rod is getting a little bit of love here. I'm not gonna lie. Be Chip's son or nephew or something. Someone in stream was saying something about if this is Chip's son or nephew, it would be Fry. If you get the joke. Crossing won't get pushed back because it's almost done. They're just wiggling their thumbs and waiting until March hits, because March is where investors start counting their new year of sales, and they want to have Animal Crossing be a big booster for the start of 2020. I'm pretty confident that we're getting it that day. Like, I don't think it's going to be pushed back, but if they're going to dedicate an entire direct to Fire Emblem, then there should be no doubt for Animal Crossing. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and close that down for you. I'll open up Animal Crossing again so you guys can actually hear. There you go, some relaxing music. Maybe I'll go back outside, actually. Get some background music while we're looking at stuff. Medane, hello, how are you doing? Enjoy your lurk. And Leaf, hello. Welcome on in. We are just going through the Animal Crossing New Horizon trailer, which, by the way, it's such a weird shift to go back to City Folk after looking at New Horizons. It's a little bit weird. Alright, let me put down my Wiimote here. I'm gonna go ahead and find the screenshots that you guys are wanting to look at here really quickly, so give me 2 seconds. New Horizons Screenshots. I think it's... Is it on the Animal Crossing website? Oh no, these are the older screenshots. I wonder if I should just pre-order it at Amazon or get it in store. There's no midnight release where I live. I don't know if it's worth taking the risk of not getting it. I would pre-order it in your game store and just go out and get it first thing in the morning, personally. Oh no, wait, this one's new. Here we go. I actually don't know this website at all, though. And I can't blow up the pictures from there. Let's see here. Hey, Phoenix Nation, how are you doing? Oh, here we go. We can kind of see it from here. Let me go ahead and get this set up for you guys. Looking at the full picture on the website with the new this, but I can't seem to find it anymore. It might be one of those things where it's not available at the moment, which is fine. I found it elsewhere. There we go, and expand it on that side. 2 seconds, you guys. Oh wow, that nearly fits perfectly. Awesome. Yeah, Max, the Dodo guy, he's interesting, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna switch back over. There you guys go. There is one of the screenshots we got. So I think this is supposed to be the same cast of characters we've been seeing in the previous trailers. So you got like that main red-haired girl, you got the classic designs for the boy and the girl on the far left and far right. You got the boy with the phone in the back, there's the girl with the backpack. There's a little boy with a bug, which, by the way, that bug looks far too detailed for its own good. Just gonna put that out there. Not sure if I'm gonna pre-order because I have a lot of money in gift cards at GameStop, and I don't know if they take gift cards for pre-orders. Ooh, you should see if they will. Also, Pepper, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Max. I'm sorry the alert is going off behind the picture, but thank you so very much for that, Pepper. Something I want to point out here, though, is that right there. There's a bike in the background, and that could just be the bike item, because there is a bike item in Animal Crossing. But I don't know. I don't know, there's a bike right there, you guys. What do you guys think about that? Let me see here. GameStop accepts gift cards for peers. Well, there you go, now you know. Reminds me of school. I think these characters are all wearing the exact same thing we saw before. I think his phone may be different now. Or at least the case on it. This is not okay, that's too detailed. The bike looks like it's doing random's creepy mode. It kind of does, it's just like, I'm here, guys. Also, someone pointed out that you can see the brick bridge. Yes, yes. The brick bridge, I don't know if maybe it's because we're far away from it, but it does not look very detailed. Especially this side here, just kind of doesn't look what I thought it would look like. Looks like too big of a bike to be used by the little short-legged characters. You're right. You're absolutely right. Area Po, hello! Welcome on in! I need to get shield just to get ahead because right now not getting shield set me back, and I don't know if I'll be able to get New Horizons until like 5 months after. Oh no! I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait. You feel like the one with the polka dot dress has a new dress? You don't think that's what she was wearing before? I was actually it's funny, Pineapple Allen, just looking at your name, this shirt looks different to me. I don't know if that's what she was wearing before, but that is definitely a pineapple shirt. Which is interesting. The bike could be a furniture item, although I'm hoping it's functional. Same here. I'm expecting it to be furniture, but if it's functional, that's very, very cool. That's just neat. Something else I want to notice, or I want you guys to notice here, and I need to go back and watch the trailers again. so you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've seen dirt patches. All the grass looks very uniform. Like, look at the grass underneath their feet. There isn't, like, worn down grass really anywhere. There's the paths, which in this picture, by the way, go right up to the door. Unlike the trailer. So, the gray-haired girl was wearing a purple shirt before, wasn't she? Was she? You ride the bike just like in Pokemon. Girl with the pink hair is doing the emote with flowers. Flowers look pretty detailed for, yes, for the emote, they do. They do. I'm also trying to figure out if this is a villager house, because there's this little sign here, and there isn't a post box or a mailbox. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think that might be a villager house that we're standing beside and not a player house. If dirt patches are gone, good riddance, yep. She used to have different eyes, purple hair. I wonder why they changed her. Because the others moderately look the same, I think. I don't really remember this boy right here, but... So weird seeing the classic villagers, the one on the far left and right, in the modern style. It is, it is. Egg breeding confirmed? Maybe it's on the other side. Maybe! I feel like the mailbox has always been on one side. I could be wrong, though. I could be misremembering. Maybe Phoenix Nation. I kind of had that feeling as well, actually. The house is in the way of the path to the bridge. It is. It is. That's poor placement, you guys. I need to fix that. Mailboxes are a lot on both sides now. Well, there you go. There you go. When New Horizon comes out, are you going to solely stream it, or will you also do a YouTube series? No, we're just streaming it. I really enjoy streaming Animal Crossing more than YouTube videos for it, so... Boy, on his phone makes me think of Forest. Same, Max, same. Let's see, you want this game so much? Okay, so that was one picture, you guys. There's actually a couple more. This is gonna look funny for a second here. This is the second one, which is gorgeous. The girl's hair and stuff is different here again. She's wearing a different outfit, which is understandable, but her hair is back to the original color, I think it was, if you guys are remembering correctly for me. Infinite Pudding, hello, how's it going? You just got a shiny Gardevoir from a raid, that's awesome luck. I'm horrible at coming up with names, does anyone else have any ideas? Pineapple Island, thank you. We got Stitches wearing a normal shirt on a bench over here, and I think someone zoomed in on this, and Stitch's feet are like different colors, which is really cool. Goldie is wearing a long sleeve dress here, which is different. We got the VODs of New Horizon to YouTube, or you just say the VODs? Nope, we're gonna upload to YouTube. Goldie doesn't look nearly as pixelated in New Horizon compared to New Leaf. Yes. Yeah. The pink trees are very pretty. You get a better view of them from up above. We have a little log or wood table and chair set over here. So this is kind of perspective here, but could we take notice of how close Stitch's swing is to the river? She's like, or sorry, he is like right on the river. The animals have toe beans, I know. Never loved Goldie so much since they decided to put sleeves. I don't know how I feel about the dressing up animals thing. I didn't really like it in Pocket Camp, but that's just me. Willing to put the game to the side once it comes out in order to be here for the whole stream, but I'm slowly starting to get super hyped. I feel that. I feel that, Star Cherry. There's a tent right next to the river as well, yep. There was also a tree right next to the river in the previous trailer. And then the other thing I want to notice is that I think we have red, white, and I think these are yellow tulips. Are these orange? And are those pink? Are you breeding? Is that what's happening? Are we seeing breeding coming back? There's some clothing we see in older trailers than in the newer renders. We see them in the same shirt but different colors. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's more types of flowers. It probably is because we only just saw tulips. We've seen one other kind of new flower, I think. I have friends? Wait, what? The spring weeds and front stitches are purple dead nettle. Oh, are they? I find the weeds interesting in this game because they all look very different. We have a little 4-leaf clover or 3-leaf clover over here on the ground as well. Mocha, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Wood table on the right. Yeah, that looks really cute. And again, very, very detailed. And I'm wondering, I'm assuming we can probably put items on that. We've seen items on other items outside before, so it'd be cute to have like the little picnic basket on there maybe, or whatever. Better not hope the wind picks up Stitches. Or else he might need to go into the tumble dryer. Oh, Stitches. Poor baby. And also the villager has a little side bag here, using the wood watering can that we've seen before. And I could be misseeing this. This could just be ground texture here. But if you look super closely right here, I see a little sparkle, which is what flowers do in New Leaf. When you water them and they're done dripping, they'll sparkle, which is something I love. It makes sure you know which ones you've already watered. So I don't know, I think that's the thing. Also, there's water dripping off this one, so I think Goldie just finished watering this tulip right here. Back to the grass patches. Since it was a desert island, then there'd be nothing to wear down the grass. As we play, there might be patches. Yeah, that's something I kind of like the fact that the ground looks more realistic with worn down patches, but I also hate not being able to run, so I'm interested to see how they do that. Let me see here. I've seen them sparkle in other screens or videos. Awesome. That's good to know. Hope the sparkle stays. Alright, Merman, welcome back. Welcome back. You know what new flower breed I'd like to see? Dahlias, or is that pronounced Delilah? Dahlias? I'm never sure, but either way. Dahlia, yeah, they're very pretty, I agree. I'm probably gonna butcher your username here. Kanetsuki Kibo, am I saying your name right? I'm sorry if I'm not. Welcome on in, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, this is generally looking pretty. We've seen this before. I'm curious if we can change the design on this. I think it was the same color in the previous picture. Look at the triangle. Yes, this is the triangle grass pattern. We can't run. No, we can run. I mean, I assume we can run. Okay, that was one picture. Next up, you guys. We got this one, which has Lily in it. She's adorable. So you see a little villager. She has a little water pail next to her. I don't know if that's important or if it's just for aesthetics. I said it right. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Just realized that in New Leaf, when the snow's on the ground, if you look at the ground really closely, there are little white stars. Yes, yes, it kind of shows what your grass pattern is a little bit, I think. Addie, we do, but we're not currently having it open at the moment. We've been having too much trouble with the links. Wonder if the wind they've shown will affect the player at all, like making it slightly more difficult to walk against it. That would be interesting. If you had like a really windy day. The rain looks so cozy. It really does, and I like the little effect it's having on the water down here as well. Oh, Lola Bear. Well, that's nice of him to offer at least. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the villager's tent. Probably. If you look at the clothes the character is wearing, it's wet. It's a little bit shiny maybe. And I think it's interesting they decided to put a frog in the rain picture because frogs, since I think New Leaf, maybe a game before that, don't put up an umbrella when it's raining because they don't care. Hope there's crystal clear days where you can see the fish in the water instead of just the shadow. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Do you maybe put the fish you caught in the bucket? I love the idea, and I hope that's what it's for. So it doesn't necessarily fill up your inventory, but you can like carry a whole bunch of fish with you and donate them or sell them or whatever. I don't know how I feel about the water. It might just be because it's still image, but the water looks kind of like concrete or something. I think it'll look a little bit better if there was animation to it for sure. Left for the wind to help you run at sonic speeds. Just gotta go fast. Well, it looks like she's seated. I think she's standing, but we have seen a seated villager before in one of the older trailers, so that was cool. Tent has a different shape and color. It'd be cool if we could pick how our tent will look. That would be very interesting. Because I'm kind of curious how long we're going to be staying in the tent, how fast we can make our house, because in New Leaf it was pretty instant. You'd get your house done. A little raincoat and hat, it looks adorable. You can see in the corner there's a little bucket that could really be helpful for fishing. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm fine with talking about this again and again. Also, the leaves. There's like little water droplets on them. Do you guys see that? It's very... It makes them look a little bit more shiny, a little bit more lifelike. It's okay, Leaf, it's okay. Wouldn't that ruin the surprise of which fish you catch? Well, I don't know if everyone wants it to be a surprise though, but I do agree with you. It might, a little bit for some people. What if we have rainfall on tent sounds? Yes. If you can hear the rain from inside your house, or inside your tent, that would be really cool. Ribbit to occasionally spark in the rain, yes, because he's an electronical frog. That'd be interesting. I think that's about it. Every single picture we've seen, I get the impression they either want us to assume this is the same island, or it is, because it's always apples, and we have not seen perfect fruit just yet, but the apples look great. Next picture is fall, and this one I like a lot, for a couple different reasons. First and foremost, I think Vesta has a broom. I could be misseeing what's happening here, but I think she has a broom. Kiki is wearing some glasses. She has a long sleeve shirt on. She's sitting down. She's reading a book. Like, everything that she's doing right here is new. She's just living her best life. Phil, I can't. How are you doing, dude? The sky is so pretty. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, isn't it? This little guy is going after some sort of cricket, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know what that's meant to be. Faster travel. Kiki with glasses. So many things on Kiki. There's also a little bucket here. And I don't think that's tied to this. I don't think it'd be good to put a bug in a bucket. You'd probably lose it. But I like the idea. There's like wheat items here, and I'm curious if you can see there's like the piles of wheat, or sorry, piles of leaves. You have the wheat, and then you have the normal weeds, which we've seen before. And there's also like straw or something here. Do you guys think this is going to be naturally occurring in your town? Or do you think these are items that the player has placed down? Because that makes things so much more interesting, because you get to like seasonally decorate your town. What if you can put down snow piles somewhere in town? You know what I mean? Like, I think that'd be really neat. Imagine the days change in, like, depending on the season you're in right now. I would love that. Longer days and longer nights, depending on what season you're in. Fall looks stunning. My favorite season for sure. Also, hi, I hope you're doing well. Introvert Elf, I'm doing good. How about you? Mushroom by the bucket? Yeah, the mushrooms look really good. They look really realistic, actually. Coming kind of Stardew-esque, yes. Wouldn't mind raking being a seasonal chore. That would be very interesting. I think we can also see some bushes over here. Again, I could be wrong. You also have the scarecrow? Scarecrow. And she, again, I think Vesta has like a little broom going on, which is different. Winter, they can make a snowman on their own. But yeah, I think this is probably my favorite screenshot out of them all. This one is very gorgeous. Oh, Katari, how is it? How is it? Let me know. So many possibilities. The sheep villager is Vesta. Wendy is like a blue and orange sheep, I think. What's the website? This is nintendoeverything.com. This net, by the way, this doesn't look like the other nets that we have seen. This is just the standard Animal Crossing net that we know and love. The one that we usually start off with, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And something else I've noticed is that there's falling leaves, which I always thought was really cool. Instead of like just having the falling cherry blossoms in the spring, have falling leaves in the fall. And the fences, yes. Frostova, yes. I'm pretty sure that's player made, and I'm gonna put those everywhere because I love fences and I love paths. Those are my two favorite things. If you've watched me play Stardew, you know. Love this sheep. He's wearing a natural shirt instead of wearing them as scarves. Yes. Although, now that you mention it, she's not wearing a shirt. She's wearing a scarf, I think. Wait a minute. I gotta enhance, you guys. I think she's wearing a scarf again. So maybe it's an option. Is that not? Isn't that her wool? You can see like the little outline of it? I don't know. That's a weird thought. Tree blossoms for spring, rain for summer, leaves for autumn, and snow for winter. That'd be very cool. Again, looks so beautiful. I love this screenshot because of the fences. Yeah, I think the fences give me a very Harvest Moon Stardew vibe, personally. The wheat and leaf piles are just screaming at me to run through them. When Eunice wore a shirt, it was very short, so you think it might be the shirt there? Could be. Okay, let me zoom out again. There we go. Alright, next one, you guys. Last one. We got a winter scene. Where do we start with this one? We have, I think this villager looks a little bit different than the ones we've seen so far. This is actually taken, I think, from one of the older trailers that we saw, because we had, I think this is Freya, I believe, and Fauna talking outside a house, and this is what that scene looked like. I hope we can put a long fence if we want and not be limited by a number. I have a suspicion we might be, but I would like it as well. Don't really like the tops of the trees. I'm not a huge fan of the pine trees either. Something about them just looks off to me. Now that most, if not all, of our tools will be crafted, do you think the golden tools would be no more? No, I think they're going to be there. I think you're going to have to build them, though. Which I think is neat. Let me see here. Spring when it comes out. I can't wait. Wanna say Rover will be on the plane with you? I think he will be. Like the new look of the beanies. Yeah, they look a lot more textured, a lot more detailed. And again, we're seeing the return here of multi-layered towns, which is something I love. And I've been hoping for a very long time, so that's kind of cool. I think the girl is rolling the snowball over towards this one, which, if you look super closely, it's probably a bit hard to see on my stream. You can see there's like a little bit of texture to it, which looks really good. There are 3 layers, not 2. Yeah, you know what? The 3rd layer almost doesn't look real to me. But I love layered towns, so. I think you can see grass on top. Yeah, you can see like, it almost looks like these, like a little bit of the weeds up top. But we also do have bushes and stuff on top of the, I guess the cliff that overlooks our new leaf towns as well. House has curtains. It does, and it's only on one side. That kind of bothers me. Either way, you have the sign here again, which I really do think that this is a player house and that we saw a player house in the previous screenshot. Excited as I am about the new game, it's almost weird to see Animal Crossing with such detailed, fancy graphics. I think it'll take a little while to get used to. I know it did for New Leaf for me. There are 4 tiers, but the 3rd and 4th are more to the back of the island. It seems right. I think the villagers will tell you if the curtain will tell you if the villagers are inside. Well, I was also looking here, you have that little puff of smoke coming out the chimney, just like in New Leaf, where you can look up and see if a villager is in or not. But the curtain is also a neat idea. So you've had the cliffside as the 3rd layer, but since this is an island, it doesn't make much sense. Yes, you're absolutely right there. There's no post box. Yeah, I think this is a player house, or a villager house, sorry. Which means yeah, the other one looked almost identical to this one as well. Almost, not quite, but. You think the curtains indicate if they're asleep or not? Maybe. Maybe. A little light above the door. That is very cute. I do wonder if that turns on at nighttime, because I like the idea of like the door being illuminated or whatever. We see some lights in the trees here. Which close up, I don't really like how those look, but I'm not gonna lie. From far away, I don't know, something about the cedar trees or the pine trees just is really off to me. After they added like little doorbells, and like you press it and it would do like the town tune or something maybe, which kind of already happens when you enter a house anyway. That's interesting. Got a little stump here. I think that's just a normal tree stump. It doesn't look like it has a special design on it. Art leaf. We'll see you later. And we got a little fire here. And we have the wood log bench here again, which we saw previously. The fire is pretty interesting. It'd be cool if there was like mechanics around it where like if you roll the snowball too close to it, it would start to melt faster. That'd be kind of interesting. I feel like the lights are barely noticeable. Yeah, I feel like they're more noticeable in some of the older games for sure. With the trees, it's the ratio of tree trunk to greeny bits. The trunk seems almost too long for the size of the tree part. Yeah, you know, that's probably the best way to describe it for sure. Are the special design stumps returning? That's what I'm curious about. I don't think we've seen any yet that I know of. Now we have fires outside instead of a constant fire hazard in our homes. Alright, and that was that one. I don't think this website... Oh no, it does. There you go. It's not quite as big as the other images. This is the fully expanded picture of the box art, so it kind of cuts off around here. So we see Apollo, Filbert, and I think this is Bunny also in the box art. Harvey is boxed by the logo. Yes, he is, and that's really mean. But it's interesting because you can see not only Harvey's Island, but other islands on the horizon. Sorry. The one on Twitter's bigger. I'll go back and check that one in just a second then. You also see another kind of bridge here. Like the wood suspension bridge instead of the stone one that we've seen so far. You see little Filbert in his tent. And then, of course, these new characters who we need to talk about. Let me see. Harvey is Mike Wazowski. The second layer looks pretty short. It doesn't look like it's a really big hill up, but there's also perspective back there, right? Maybe? I don't know. I'm interested in this, though. Let me go find a bigger picture on Twitter, you guys. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm just gonna... Oop! Apparently I've been away from my game for too long. 2 seconds. There we go. That's better. How many people are not gonna bother with bridges? I feel like it's gonna get a little bit tedious to carry around the pole vault thing all the time, but I could be... I don't know, that could just be me. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Is it under the Isabel account? I think this is... Yeah, this is the one you were talking about. Give me a second, you guys. Let me resize this for stream and I'll show it to you guys. And this one, you can actually see Harvey, which is cool. Oh wait, this one shows even more than that other one, actually. That's interesting. This is actually gonna take up my full screen, I think. Oh well. You guys are gonna get covered in chat a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. You should see it starting now. There you go. Cut off a little bit. Nothing too important, thankfully. Is there gonna be a New Horizon Direct soon? I mean, hopefully backlog, hopefully. Katari, we'll see you later. And Broden, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Blazing thanks to you as well. Hello. So this is the better screenshot, which is gorgeous. So where should we even start here? We can see lilies here, which I don't know if we had seen those in any of the other trailers before, but we definitely got yellow lilies there. Got some pansies over there. Seashells near whoever this is. The clouds look gorgeous, don't they? The waterfall looks really nice. And I like how it seems to get a bit darker over here, which is nice. King Douche, thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry that the alert didn't come up on screen. It's behind the picture. Do you know how large the Fountain Public Works project is? I feel like it's 3x3, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure off the top of my head. We got this girl here who I think is new. The boy we've seen somewhat before, I think. And you can see them both using tools and crafting stuff, using wood and everything. I want to know who's a little fishing beaver, Chip's son or nephew, maybe? I think the consensus is that it must be someone related to Chip, but I don't think it's Chip himself. He does not look like that at all. I love the idea of his name being Fry, though. I think that's hilarious. Love the new girl's hairstyle. So, someone during stream yesterday said that this character reminds them of Baby from Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, and I cannot unsee it, and it scares me a bit. So, that's a thing. I wonder if we'll see the return of the huge whale shadow. I hope so. I really hope so, because that's really a cool idea. Love the town layer so much. It does look nice, and you can see first layer, second layer, and then third layer up here, which is fascinating. I also note that the upper layers seem to only have the cedar trees. But, of course, we've seen cedar trees on what we assume to be a lower layer. So, I don't know. Girls' shoes are new. I don't think we've seen that shirt on anyone so far as I know. Was that you, Brandon? Bald option or riot? Maybe, Max, maybe. Sneakers are really detailed. They are. I just noticed that Apollo is actually wearing a shirt, and it covers his wing, and it's a little bit weird. It's like a black sweater, I think. Rod is wearing his default outfit, Bunny is wearing hers. Filbert, I think, is wearing a sweater back there, which I don't think that's his default. Bridge is a lot smaller, maybe that means we have small bridges. It does look very small, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it's taking anything for Apollo to cross it. Bunny's reading a magazine, she is. I don't really know what's on it. Let me see here. So here, you have Filbert coming out of a tent, so I assume that's his tent. I'm assuming this is the player tent because it has the post box. And the nameplate is on the right side here. Whereas previously in the other pictures we've seen it on the left. You think it's a clothing catalog? Actually, you know what, now that you mention it, that does kind of look like a little shirt to me. Isabel is wearing vacation attire, you're absolutely right. It does look adorable. There's a pattern to her shirt, but I don't think I can zoom in enough to see it. I'll give it a try, though. Oh. Oh. I don't think Twitter likes me doing that, so I won't do that anymore. That's better. Let's not do that. Let's see here. This is interesting. This gives me very, very certain vibes. You zoomed in on Photoshop. It has a shirt and a hat on it. Okay. Is it the Nook Island logo? Isabel's very much due for a vacation. She is. Filber's me coming out of my room for food. I think this is just a sea bass, which, by the way, is that our first look at the sea bass in this version of Animal Crossing? Because that's what that fish looks like to me. In which case, I am sorry that you had to catch that one for sea bass. Coconuts obviously look different. There's a little path here, and I feel like this could just be for the box art, but this looks curved. I don't think you can make curved paths like properly curved in the new one. I don't know, maybe you can. We haven't seen it yet. Isabella's talking to Fauna. She's wearing the dress we saw her in originally. And then we got Friendo back here. Whoever that is. I think that's the pilot. I'm like 90% sure that's the pilot of the plane we're going to be arriving on. What if they make sea bass the most rare fish in the game? Can you imagine? Wait, I noticed the ocean has a curve to it in the distance, implying the world is not flat. Worst game ever. Random. I think this art is a little embellished in terms of the past curvature and the river being very slim. Yeah, I think it's very much just to show off what the game has and not what it actually is, per se. But this over here, Harvey. Harvey is over there. You can see, if you look really closely, he is feeding some birds, which is Harvey-esque. But you can also see he has a little house, and his house looks different. His house looks different than anything we've seen so far. He has a main house here, and then he has like this little side room. So I'm wondering if, I don't know, I feel like there's gonna be something to do over there. To me, seeing the house, it just looks like a cabin, and it gives me like go away camp kind of vibes. I don't know. Maybe our island mini games this time are gonna be camp mini games. I don't know. It's the first thing I thought of. You need Isabelle in your life again. Kind of looks like the cabin from Pocket Camp. Yeah. What else we got? We can't really see the other islands in the back here too well. I don't know if those are places that you could actually visit or whether that's just sort of symbolizing other people's islands. What else? Do we have anything else new here, you guys? This lantern looks cool. It doesn't look like the one we have in New Leaf. That we've seen before. The table might be slightly different. There's something weird over here. It might just be these rocks, actually, now that I'm looking at it. It's the same color. First person to make a s'more wins camp minigames. Seeing Isabelle in this makes me regret not wanting her to be in the new game because she belonged in New Leaf. She's so precious and I don't want her to ever leave. She really does need the vacation, so I'm happy to see her over here. Garage for the bike? I'll go home. It is Harvey by the cabin, yep. Harvey's hanging out. I'm really interested to see what's over there. I also want to note, again, one of the twins is holding that flag, the other one is holding... It looks like a rolled up tent or a sleeping bag, maybe? And Nook is holding a map to the island. Which is interesting. It's interesting. Clouds look like cotton candy. I want to taste the blue raspberry deliciousness. They do look very inviting, don't they? I don't think anything else has changed. With the plane, everything looks the same to me. The office looks the same. Yeah, and then of course we got the logo. Originally, when we saw this image, we had the Japanese logo on it, so it's nice to see this. And in some of them, the logo actually covers Harvey back here. Okami, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? Well, if this is really Desert Island Escape, giant scorpions, anyone? Not ready for it. Not ready for it. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm more curious about this character, I guess. I feel like it's not a new villager. I feel like it's an NPC. This guy over here, though, I think I want to know more about him when we actually get into the game. I feel like because we've never had a villager like him before, but we've had one like him, or her, even, I don't know. This is interesting to me. The mouse wearing a swimsuit? I think that's his default, like, striped shirt. I think that's what he normally wears. Want to see what the holiday events will look like. Halloween, Harvest Festival, Toy Day. I want to see that too. Especially in places like, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, what will your Christmas look like? Or Toy Day look like? Like, there's probably not going to be snow, right? Not Chip is maybe there to sell, or sorry, to teach and sell us about... Oh, for the bait, yes. And I do want to see, like, the nets and stuff returning from Pocket Camp. I did like that. So guy looks chubby and that's adorable. He kind of does, doesn't he? I really want to zoom in on him. He looks very interesting. Plot twist. Animal Crossing, New Horizon, Amiibo Festival. I'll go home. Really do you think the player and the villager tents will be restricted by rivers in the beginning? Once you make a bridge, you can have an option to move their tents. Yeah, I think from what I'm gathering, as long as your villager, I assume, and the other villagers are in tents still, you can move them. But I think the second that you properly decide, like, yes, this is where I want to live, and you build the house, I don't think you can move it then. That's what I'm thinking. What will the first event we encounter in New Horizon be? April Fools? I think it will be, actually. That's an interesting idea. March 20th, yeah. I don't think there's anything else usually in between. Hey, Padfoot, how are you doing? Can't get over how Chip— oh, well, Padfoot, we're discussing whether or not that is Chip. Yes, Charter, yes, very soon. Love to see the Amiibo Festival minigames add to New Horizons as a side thing. Yes, I actually liked Amiibo Festival, I'm not gonna lie. It was fun by itself. I'm still mad at it for not being Animal Crossing Wii U. But looking at New Horizons, I'm happy that it's on the Switch, of course. I want those minigames to be in this game, for sure. Hope that we get new holidays or festivals. Same here. Same here. It'll be nice to, experience new things. And now that I have so many people, and you guys have so many people in this community or in other communities who you guys could potentially play with, it's gonna be a lot different than, New Leaf, at least for me. Wonder if you can sunbathe and do beach activities. Well, I'm interested if maybe— I don't know if tanning is still gonna be a thing, but it'd be cool if you could just lay down and wait for a while. Festival is in February this year, so we want to encounter it. Yeah, I think Festival is— oh wait, is it the last thing before New Horizon, or is that the Egg Day or Easter event? As I haven't lost my head yet, I'm currently missing my fine line. Oh. Looking forward to Easter since it's the next 2-week break from school. Want hairstyles with longer hair? I want hairstyles with curly hair, just more curls. Easter. Actually, when is Easter? Don't think there's tanning, but you can definitely change your skin tone, yeah, from the beginning, which is fantastic. I still can't believe that wasn't in New Leaf. Easter isn't until April 12th. Okay. Okay, so Festival will be the last event then in New Horizon, or in New Leaf, and April Fools will probably be first in New Horizon. That's interesting. Hey, really, BC? So excited to play New Horizon with people. When I played New Leaf, I didn't know of the community and always played it alone. Pretty much the same here. Pretty much. One of the buildings from Pocket Camp? Which ones do you mean, Kriya? Although, again, now that you mention it, we haven't seen any classic buildings yet. We haven't seen any museum. We haven't seen Able Sisters, nothing. Which I still am going off of the assumption that we have to build them, and then the respective NPCs like Blathers or the Sisters will move in. I don't know, though. I don't know. Bonkers, I don't even think about April Fool's Days being so close to starting New Horizon. It feels very far off, but it's very, very close, especially now that we're in 2020. Crafting menu showed the size got to 3x3. Hey Ronnie, how's it going? They probably plan to end New Leaf on Festival. It's gonna be fun this year, that's for sure. And Ronnie, thank you so much for the host. What a way to end off New Leaf, Pave shaking his graceful booty. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Again, this little guy fishing over here, and he has that bucket. Or no, it's not the same bucket, but he has something beside him, and I am curious if you're gonna be able to put your fish in there. Just something I just noticed. I hope so, not gonna lie. Also, with Apollo holding this, one of the newer nets, I'm wondering if villagers— say for example, you unlock or you build a better shovel. Will the villagers also pull out a better shovel to walk around with? Or, like, will they upgrade it in their own time? It's like an ice chest. It is, yeah. Maybe the post office will be a public works project. Maybe finally my guide from all those years ago will actually make some sense. Wonder if Pete will be a freelance post-burb. before you build him a post office. Oh, actually, that's a good question. How do you get letters? Who's delivering your mail? I hope villagers can upgrade their houses. I always feel bad they're stuck in the little 6x6 rooms. Yes. And it always felt weird, like, having, like, a big mansion and they're just living in their little houses. No, I'm excited for this, you guys. I think this is gonna be a really good game. And I'm excited that they're spoiling us so much. We were 2 days into 2020, and they're already throwing news at us, throwing images at us, throwing a trailer at us, like... I'm ready for this, you guys. Mail might be Mr. Rossetti's new job, I doubt it. I think other people probably share this idea as well. Something I've always kind of thought was Rossetti might be the person who helps you build public works projects. Because I just want to point this out. In New Leaf, when you build a bridge, for example, like, you know, Isabel comes over, she's like, okay, you want to build a bridge? She puts down Lloyd, you pay it off, and then it's done the next morning. Right? What if you can see it being built, and Rossetti is the new construction worker? Or you see him wandering around, and then the next morning it's done. I want him to have a job. A lot of content, but still no new information about any game mechanics. Yeah. Yeah, I hope we get a little bit more of that. At least, like, just give me a direct. Give me a date for a direct. That would be a Rossetti's job, yep. Do I have to craft bridges? Oh my goodness, direct soon, please. I thought we weren't Mayor New Horizon though, right? So how would public works projects work? Well, that's the thing, it seems like we're gonna be in charge of putting stuff down. Like, you know, you see the players putting down items and stuff all over the place. I don't feel like that's a normal thing to do, but I don't know. He does have a construction hat, exactly. He kind of just fits into that role. Put Rossetti to work 2020. It's okay, Blurry, it's all good. It's all good. Also, I've been sitting there staring at this picture just with you guys for a while now, and I just... His eyes. Like, not blinking is kind of freaking me out. Interesting multiplayer mechanics, like if visitors will be able to pick up placed furniture outside of houses, or if there's protection against that. Yeah, you know, something I really, really want is the option to be like, okay, you want to turn on multiplayer, here are some settings you can change, and be like, little checkboxes to be like, yes, villagers, or, sorry, visitors can put down or pick up objects. Yes, they can take fruit, like stuff like that. Or they can't run, like whatever. I just think it'd be kind of interesting. He's staring into your soul. Just noticed Harvey? Yeah, Harvey's hanging out. He's feeding the burbs. Does this mean more campsite? It means something over there, that's for sure. They wouldn't have it there otherwise. It's fascinating though. Like there'd be grief prevention, but also the option to take it off. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, random. Hey Finn, how you doing? I think visitors can pick up the leafed items, but not the furniture. Not place them as objects to interact with them. I'd love the option to, like, well, it'd be cool if I could have my friends come over and say they've learned a crafting recipe that I haven't learned yet. They could build it and put it down for me. I think that would be really, really cool. And I'd also like the option to invite people over and have things turned off so that people can't be, like, you know, a griefer. Yeah, Tortimer hasn't been shown at all, Blurry. You're right. I'm interested in that. The top part of the map where it's rock is a mine. You can go mine. Mining with Rossetti would also be very cool. That would be another cool job for him. Tom looks tired. He needs a nap. He does look kind of tired. Yeah, Panda Lover, they're kind of staring right into your soul a little bit. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick shower. No worries, Rosie. We'll see you in a little bit. You know what, Finn? I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing that it's supposed to symbolize other players' towns. But it could be other islands that we could visit, potentially. Kinda want either Libel or Gracie to sell stuff like necklaces, bracelets, earrings. Yes, accessories. Yes, I'm all for that. And we haven't seen anything about that just yet. There was one person wearing a shirt that had a necklace around her neck in one of the previous renders, but I think it may have just been like it was like a design as part of the shirt. Alright, really busy, we'll see ya. What am I gonna name my island? It's a secret just yet. I have a couple names that I'm kind of bouncing between, but I'm gonna wait until I actually start to tell you guys what it is. May post that crop the fishing dudes render just for the hair color, and a lot of people mistook the crop bit as an earring, but it's not. Oh. They once said that, they once said in the direct that villagers will have different recipes based on your island. So they already hinted at unique materials or some variations. That's gonna be a neat thing. That's gonna be really neat. But anyways, guys, this has been interesting. I've been enjoying looking at these. I hope you guys have as well. I'm sorry we kind of hijacked... Oop! I'm sorry we kind of hijacked the city folk portion of the stream today. But we had a lot of people wanting to talk about it, and I'm more than cool with that.